doing? Well, it's late on a night. Well, this fucking one, I think I might have infection in the fucking gum. So I'm going to have to go back to the dentist this week. Get some antibiotics just in case, eh? Do you know what I mean? Jesus Christ, man. Well, you can see the beard's coming back, look. He'll be back in a few weeks, it won't take long. I know my hair's not perfect, but I've tied it up myself and I don't really do this shit. Look, I've tied it up, I've pulled it more over that way. I don't care. I don't care. So how are you all anyway? Anyway, this is just a quick video. Yeah, the next video you get is going to be a training video. I think I'm going to do it at home in the back garden. Correct technique and that, yeah, for certain exercises. Let's run down some of that track. You are going to get loads more theory videos and stuff like that. I am Twitch streaming most days. So if you want to come over and watch that, come over and watch it. This video really is just a talk about fighting and stuff like that. Yeah? Right. Commonly asked questions to me, really, about fighting. Right? Let's get the first one out of the way. Do I think I could beat Mike Tyson in his prime? No. No. You're fucking stupid. No. Could I be UFC champion? No. I don't have the skill. Do you know what I mean? Listen, I don't have the skill. I can't grapple. I can't wrestle. I can't do no jiu-jitsu. So fucking no. Right? Yeah? I'm just a geezer, right, who's had a lot of fights on the road. Yeah? And I would say that I've been lucky in a lot of them, the fact that I've walked away and I've won. Do you know what I'm saying? I haven't had a fight for years, everybody. This is what you lot need to get round your fucking heads. I haven't had a fight for fucking years, man. Listen, I've had a few situations outside my house where people have come for the brawl, but I've gone out there, Viking style, hey, fucking come on, Ed, and I've just run at them, yeah? And they've fucking shit it and jumped in the cars and fucking drove off quick, yeah? So I haven't actually put my hands on anybody, apart from a bit of sparring here and there with a few people in the gym. I haven't actually put my hands on anybody for fucking years. Do you know what I mean? I don't go out there looking for fights, yeah? I'm a fighter if it's put upon me, right? But I'm not a fighter as in, you know, I go out there looking for fights. Do you know what I mean? It's not something I enjoy doing. For anybody who's got a raging lunatic temper, like I have, yeah, you will know what I'm talking about now. When you proper lose it and go psycho and fucking do bad damage or whatever, afterwards, it drains the fuck out of you. And it depends on what level you've gone to how much it drains you. If you feel like shit. Do you know what I mean? Right, so let me tell you straight. I don't go there voluntarily. I only go there when somebody's like trying to hurt me or whatever. Yeah? I'm not a bravado geezer. Even though I've told you on my channel about bare stuff that I've done, and it is all true, right? I have never, like, willingly gone into that situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's always been put on me in some way, shape or form, and I've just responded with berserker. But I don't go out there looking for it. I would rather love than fight, yeah? But unfortunately, the world ain't like that. So I've developed a fighting side of me, right? That's also when it comes to my training. And here's another question, right? If I train so much, why am I not huge? Arnold Schwarzenegger size. Because I don't want to be. I don't want to sacrifice my speed, my agility and my fitness, right, for muscle, to look good. I'm not interested in how I look. That doesn't interest me. I'm interested in what I can do. Yeah? Now, this is not... Listen, let's take fighting out of it, right? When I go on holiday with my children, I can surf for hours. I can go in the water with them for fucking 8 hours and surf. I can climb mountains with them. Yeah? Right? If we was out in the middle of nowhere, which we are quite often because I take my kids all over the place, and one of them hurt themselves, I could put that fucker on my shoulder and carry them for 10 miles to the nearest hospital. If I hurt myself, like when I go scramming, and I come off hard, well, I've come off in places where other mates have come off as well, don't forget. So I've come off in places and like I broke my thumb and broke one of my fingers or something, yeah? They've come off in the same place and they've fractured all the ribs, they've fucking broke their ankle, they've snapped the wrist. Well, the reason being is they're not built like me. They're not as built as resilient as me. Yeah. Also, like, I'm 40. Well, I'm 40 in 5 days, everybody. Yeah. 40, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Danny. I'm 40 in 5 days. The reason I can do so much for a 40-year-old, and the reason that I look like this and everything, in my opinion, is because I've always fucking trained. Always. So I've never been interested in looking good. I don't look, trust me, I don't look shabby if I take my top off. I've got a decent physique especially for a man of my age. That's natural. Yeah, I've got a decent physique, but I don't look like no fucking godly statue because I don't want to. I want to have a little bit of fat covering me, yeah, but only a little tiny bit, just for any impacts that I take. So it's not just like rock on bone or bone on bone or whatever. Yeah, I also want to be very strong, but as light as I can be with that strength, because then I'm still rapidly fast as fuck, fast in every movement that I do, whether it be running, playing sports, surfing. Listen, I can catch a wave when it's upon me, right? And that's even if I'm not on the brake. I don't need to be on the brake. I can be as the wave's forming, but because I'm that powerful in the water, that fast, I can catch that wave. When I'm climbing anything, I've climbed stuff before that's been like sheer rock faces and stuff, crazy shit, just because I'm a bit nuts like that, yeah? Especially when it comes to nature, I love doing crazy things with nature, yeah? Right, and I've been climbing some shit, and I've nearly fell off, and my grip and my strength alone has held me on that fucker. And if I didn't have the strength and the grip that I've got, I would be dead. Seriously, I've been held down when I've been surfing. I've been held under by waves, right, and tumbled like a fucking washing machine. And unless you surf, you don't know what I mean. But if you surf, you know what I mean. When you get wiped and tumbled, yeah. I've been held down for ages, man. If I couldn't hold my breath for as long, I would have been fucked. So, my physique is how I want it. This is exactly what I want, right? I don't want to be ripped up, ridged up muscle, and I don't want to get huge. Because if I get over 14 stone, I get slow. I get way more unfit. I'm carrying way too much weight. I don't feel comfortable with it. Another asked question all the time. Let's get through some of these questions that I keep getting asked. Do you know what I mean, right? Why don't I just go back to full-time work, yeah, and save 50 grand and move? Do you honestly think if I could do that, I wouldn't have done it by now? Yes, I could save that 50G if I was selfish and my kids didn't have the Christmases and the holidays and the birthdays that they have. But I'm not selfish. As much as I want to get away from here, I do always put my family first. Always. That's why I'm not dripping in Armani. That's why I'm not dripping in gold. Do you know what I mean, right? Because I always put my family first. My family come first before my wants and my needs. Always. And they will do until the day that I die. Because that is what makes a good husband and a good father. Somebody who is willing to put the family before them. And that's what I'm so unselfish. It is unreal. I do not have a selfish bone in my body. Right? So if it's like, oh, kids, you're not going on holiday this year. You're having no Christmas presents, but I'm going to get what I want. Yeah, no. If I have to go without and I don't get to live my dreams, but my kids have a very good upbringing and they get to see the world, do you know what I mean? And they have what they need while they're growing up. Well, you know something. That's the price I pay for being a dad, man. So that 50 grand needs to be earned through what I'm doing. The social media, the Twitch streaming and stuff like that. Now, Twitch, don't get it twisted. I don't get donated hardly fuck all, but I do get donated from some people. And those people who have donated, thank you very much. And it will only get bigger, right? My YouTube will only get bigger. When I come back from Doncaster after my birthday, I'm basically going to get a part-time job. Because I haven't got enough clients, personal training, to be paying me as much as what I need right now. So I'm going to condense them clients into the days that I'm not working. I'm going to get a part-time job working 3 days a week. I don't really know what I'm going to do, anything to be honest. I'm just going to get a part-time job working 3 days a week. I'm going to do my personal training as well, and my YouTube, and my Twitch, yeah? and I'm going to try and make a good living out of that. Now, the only way that I won't need 50 grand to move out of Birmingham is obviously if I do make it on this YouTube thing, because then I could be earning enough a month that, my social media comes from me. So if I'm earning enough money for a month from all social media and that, I can go anywhere. Tony's already said to me, Danny, if you're earning grands a month from your social media and Twitch and that, we can go anywhere. You don't need the 50G if you're earning grands out your social media. But we're probably a few years away from that yet. You know what I mean? That answers that question for you. Another quite frequently asked question, right? This one does me head in, right? Get this straight. I do not go out there and try and fight fucking dogs. The fight I had with them fucking dogs in my back garden was because there was a neighbour's dog that had been in my back garden and played with me before. But they'd been, listen, they can lie all they want, yeah, but basically, the dogs had been left out late on the night over Christmas. They came in, rather than be friendly, the big dog, which was a bull mastiff, yeah, was growling at my fucking daughter. My daughter was screaming, she was on the trampoline. I just went out and fucking put my hand on the dog's collar like I normally would to put it back over the fence that he'd pushed down. And the next thing I knew, I was in a fight for my life. So I don't attack dogs, yeah? The other dog, my own dog, Blacks, right? Blacks was a stray dog. So Blacks had been brought to me by some kids. I had a big staff myself. I don't really understand how the kids thought it was my staff though, because mine was ginger and white butch. This one was black, jet black. That's why I called him Blacks, yeah? Right? And he was brought to me as a stray, no owners or anything. He was a violent, weird-tempered dog from the start. I totally understand why whoever was his owners got rid of him. I totally understand why they just let him out and got rid of him, because he was a violent dog. I had him in because he had nowhere to go, and these kids who brought him to my house, the parents wouldn't let him have them. I phoned the police. I said to the police, look, I've got this dog. What do I do? Rah, rah. They went, well, within 12 weeks, if nobody's claimed him, you can have him. And I asked the missus, can I have him? Rah, rah. I'll sort his temperament out, rah, rah. Because my other dog, Butch, was just soft as shit, right? So after 12 weeks, nobody claimed him, so I had him. I come back from work one day, went up in the bedroom, the dog was behind the door. I've gone up in my bedroom, yeah, the dog's just fucking behind the door waiting for me. I don't fucking know what was going on, yeah. He's grabbed me, do you know what I mean, right? Grabbed my trousers at the back and started trying to rag me off the bed, literally violent as fuck. So we had a fight because he was trying to fucking eat my leg, yeah. And the other fight I've had with the dog was my brother's dog, Zeus, a black pit bull, yeah. I looked after him while Simon went on holiday. And my son's bedroom was right next to my bedroom. My son was asleep with the covers over him, fast asleep. Me and Tony could hear like a grunting noise, like a pig grunting, yeah? I was like, what the fuck is that dog up to, bab? So I got out of bed, went and found him basically on top of my son on the covers, proper pounding the covers like he was trying to shag my son. So I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? So I grabbed him by his collar and threw him off the bed. And then he turned on me, yeah, and we had a bit of a scuffle. So don't get it twisted. I don't go out there fighting dogs. The 3 times I've had altercations with dogs where I've had a bit of a fight with them, yeah, has always been the dogs, not me, yeah? I've just had bad luck where that's concerned. Seriously. Another frequently asked question. Right. Some people have asked me, like, was Anthony my biological son? No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. His dad had fuck all to do with him. Nothing. He didn't have a dad until I came into the picture, right? And I was Anthony's dad for like 12 years before he died. And I was Anthony's dad. He called me dad. I called him son. I looked at him like my flesh and blood, right? Tony's got her kids, but they're all my flesh and blood. That's what I'm like. When I love, right? And Tony's kids I've taken on as my own. Do you know what I'm saying? They're mine. There is no There's no difference between Tony's kids and my kids. Do you understand? There's no difference. There is no difference. I love them all the same. So Anthony, even though he wasn't biologically mine, he was mine. He was my boy. Do you know what I mean, right? It was the apple of my eye, let me tell you. I was his dad because he didn't fucking have one. And I happily took that role because he was my boy. So just to straighten that out, yeah? He wasn't my biological son, but he was my son. He was my boy, right? Okay, another frequently asked question. What sports do I play? What am I good at? Yeah? Everybody seems to think that I'm good at everything. No, I'm not. Never played tennis, don't know if I'd be any good at it. What I'm good at is this. I'm good at badminton. I'm good at basketball. I'm okay at football. I'm not going to say I'm good. I'm okay at football. Yeah? I'm good with anything to do with the gym. Obviously, I'm good at boxing, even though I'm not a boxer. I'm just good with my hands kind of thing. I'm good at rock climbing. I'm good at surfing. And I'm decent when it comes to riding a scrum. Decent, not good. Decent. Yeah? And I'm really good at golf. Right? They're the things that I do. I haven't tried everything, so I don't know if I'd be good at them things because I haven't tried them. I could be shit, I could be good, right? But another thing that also I want to make clear to everybody, yeah, is, right, I am not a fucking professional fighter. I have never had no professional training. I have never been in the ring and had a professional fight in my life. Like I said to you, I try and avoid it. Yeah, it's just unfortunately it ends up fucking finding me all the bastard time, and I have to end up using these even though I would prefer not to, right? So I'm not a professional fighter. I've never been a professional fighter, right? I have learned myself everything that I know. Everything that I know is self-taught, yeah? And through having lots of altercations through my life where I've had to fight. Learning what was good, learning what didn't work, what does work, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah, right? But I'm not a professional fighter. I don't want to be a professional fighter. Now, do you know something? The only reason I say that is because I'm now too old. I'm not 40, right? If I would have known what I know now, do you know something? For everybody out there, it's not a hard life. UFC, a lot harder than boxing. You choose to go into UFC, man, you can get your face smashed in, your bones broken, everything. In boxing, to be honest with you, unless you're getting your head punched in on a daily fucking basis and you can't box, but you just go in there and get your head lathered, brain damage can happen. But boxing's a good sport, everyone. I wish I would have done it, you know. Wasted talent, wasted time in where my department is. Didn't even realise at the time. Didn't realise, didn't even think. Nobody was there to tell me. Well, I'm going to tell you now, right? Yeah. I've been told too many times in my life that either my mentality, because I'm too crazy, will stop me doing something, right? Or there's no way you can learn it at this age. Or you should have done this when you were 16 because there's no way you can do it at 25 or 27 or 29. No point in even thinking about it, Danny. And then you let them people, because they're in your life, you let them try and talk you out of doing something that you really want to do, yeah? Don't ever let them do that. I've been there. And I've let people talk me out of this stuff. And I now fucking know that if I wouldn't have listened to them and I would have followed my own brain and my own heart, I would be in a lot more successful fucking place than what I am now. Whether it would have been through golf, boxing or whatever. Because I have thought about boxing in the past, but I was talked out of it. Because you're too crazy, Danny. You can't go in a boxing ring, because if you start to lose, you'll bite the cunt's fucking face off. No, I won't. It's a boxing ring. There are fucking rules. This person's not my exact enemy that I'm getting in the ring with. It's just another boxer. He hasn't tried to kill my missus. He hasn't come round my house and threatened my fucking kids. It's just another boxer. So why am I going to go there? I wouldn't be in a boxing... Listen, I don't know. There's probably a lot of boxers watch my channel, yeah? Wouldn't being in a boxing gym and being around a proper boxing coach, wouldn't that have taught me restraint and discipline anyway? Wouldn't it have been a good environment for me to be in? Same as the army. Couldn't go in the army, Danny. You'll end up kicking off. How do you know? Maybe that structure and discipline would have calmed me down a bit, eh? Maybe I could have got to where I am now, yeah, sooner. How do you know? But nah, see, I let them talk me out of it. Shouldn't have done that. Should have followed my own path. I should have gone, fuck you, I'm doing what I want to do. Fuck you, I'm doing what I want to do. I believe in myself. That's what it is. It's self-belief. I never, listen, I've struggled. Listen, you all think I'm hyper-confident. Yes, I am very confident. But I have always struggled through self-belief for my whole life. It's only now I have self-belief. Now I know what I put my mind to I can achieve. Right, that's how I know that my YouTube's going to be successful. I know that I'll make my Twitch better than what it is. My personal training will get better and my life will get better. I know that because I know what I can achieve. I know the energy that I have to put into something, and I know that when I actually put that energy in there with no negativity, pure positive energy, not negative, pure positive, right? The outcome will be positive. It may take time, it may take hard work, but it's worth it. Yeah? And no matter what he or she or anybody says, I will persevere, I will carry on, and I will get to where I want to get to in the end. Oh yes, I will. And I don't care what you say or what you say. It's took me years to get that. For anybody listening to this now, get that now. Listen, it's better to try and fail than not try at all. Or it's better to try and fail than get to an age where something that you wanted to do is no longer possible. For instance, you want to be a professional footballer, yeah? Right? Well, you know something, any sport is just hard work and dedication. I'm going to tell you that straight. Any sport. You may not become the greatest ever, but you can become a professional at any sport that you want to do if you are willing to put the time and effort into it. And I'm telling you that fucking now. It's that simple, right? Yeah? And providing you ain't got nothing physical that stops you, if you're just normal, physical, normal person, yeah, you can do any fucking sport you want to do. But you don't. Your dad or your mum or whatever tell you, you can't do it. Right? Now, there is some things that will stop you. I've told my kids this. You've got to understand, if your parents ain't rich, right, there are certain things like you want to become a professional skier, but you live in England on a council estate, right? Yeah, and you want to go skiing all over the world to 5-6 competitions a year. Your parents ain't going to be able to afford that. Pick another sport. Pick something that you can do anywhere. Use your common sense. You need to practice this thing every day, yeah? You need to practice this thing 24/7, yeah? Pick a sport you can do anywhere. Now, boxing is one of them sports, football is one of them sports, basketball is one of them sports, rugby is to a certain degree, cricket, tennis, do you know what I mean? Any one of these sports, swimming, it's only going to a swim bath, it don't cost fuck all. Doesn't matter where your parents are in life, they can support you doing that. Athletics, really not a problem. Anything to do with athletics, not a problem. But say you want to be a footballer and you let your mum and dad talk you out of it, right? Because or it's through your lack of effort, yeah. Then when you get to 40, you know you could have been a footballer. You know you could have done that, and then you have the regret coming, which I do have. You know, I have that. Everyone. So I'm not perfect, man. Far from it. I'm just a normal geezer. Made bare mistakes. Bare mistakes. Bare. Boxing is probably one of them. I probably could have been a good boxer. Wasted it now. Too fucking old. Wasted opportunity gone. Bit of regret there, really. But just got to move on. Can't really worry about it. Got to move on. Can't let it drag you down. Think about what I'm saying. Just think about what I'm saying. So, your next video is going to be training. But then I'm going to Doncaster for my birthday. I'll probably do a few videos of what I'm doing in Doncaster and put it together when I get back. I'm on Twitch over the next few days. I'm cooking Viking meatballs tomorrow. So if anybody wants me to do a little video of me cooking some Viking meatballs, I could do that. But I think you've already all seen it before. I'm going to have to go and get this. I'm going to have to get this sorted at the dentist. He's doing my nutting. This was just a random video talking about random stuff. Questions asked. Just a random conversation with the Danny G, yeah? Just a random conversation. Right? Training next. Right? Then, like I said, I could do a bit of Viking meatballs for you, just an extra bonus video. I'm going to come back from Donny, yeah, and I'm going to do a few more theory videos, only a couple. And then I'm going to do some gaming videos. I want to put some gaming videos up for a few weeks. So that's kind of my schedule for the next month or so in videos and that, yeah? Keep liking, keep subbing, hit that bell button so you get all my notifications, because you never know what I'm going to do. You know this. It's always different, always new, always something else. This was just a general conversation. Hope you enjoyed it, everybody. Much love and respect. Peace out.